Hi, it's John here from Speedy Brick, and I've been building the June wave of Speed Champion sets, and the last one was the Mercedes G-Wagon. I really enjoyed this build. There are lots of nice building techniques, and it's a massive set. It's like 400 pieces or something. For a Speed Champion set, that's massive. So I really enjoyed it, but I still think there's some room for improvement. So let's have a look at that, see what I think needs to be fixed, and then we can see how I got on. So the Mercedes-AMG G63 or G-Wagon, this was a really nice build, and there were so many pieces. It was massively complex and large for a Speed Champion set, so much more complex than most of them. But the size or the scale, it's also quite different from the other 8-wide Speed Champion sets, and I was trying to work out all the different sizes of the car, and it's kind of way off in some aspects. So the length is 27th scale and the height and the width are 25th scale. And you've got to remember that most Speed Champion sets are somewhere between 27th and 30th scale. So this is much bigger than kind of all the others, if you like. So I guess it's either too short or too high and too wide. So I'm not sure which, but some of the shapes are also off. So when I look at the roof line, the roof line should be down here somewhere, and this line across the car where the bottom of the windows and the bonnet, they should line up, and here it's a bit too high, and this angle is way out. So there's some things we should fix, right? And also the ride height is not great. So if we look at the front and the rear view, we can see that the car is actually a bit too wide as well. So 9 bricks wide is probably actually too wide. Perhaps it should have been 8 wide after all, but that means that the whole building process is different. And as part of that, the tyres also need to be pushed inwards. They're really, sticking out. And in the real car, they're flush with the mudguards at least, but they're pretty flush with the body of the car. And obviously, this ground clearance just needs to be raised. So there's a lot of rebuilding involved. So let's see if we can do that. The other thing that really kind of I don't like is the rear window, but I'm not sure how I can fix it with the parts I have available. I've done quite a lot of playing around with it, but really something needs to be done. But I don't think I've got the parts that are going to work for that. And then coming back to the bonnet issue, bonnet is much flatter than in the Lego model, and it. We need to get rid of that massive angle and try and bring it down, make it much flatter. So let's see how I get on. So the change that I wanted to make was the bonnet. I wanted to take some height out of the vehicles. I thought it was too high, and I wanted to push the wheels in. I wanted to change the back window if I could, and that's kind of they're the main kind of things. And I wanted to increase the ground clearance. So let's look at the first things first, the bonnet. So what I've done is I've taken out these pieces and flattened it off. But this was, effectively 3 high, and it's now 2 high, so I've had to take one plate out. And what I wanted to do is keep that line through here in line with the top of the bonnet and the windows in line. So I've taken the height out there. So there's one line of plates all the way through, going through, and that's forced me into some compromises. But so I've only got these windows now attached in one place, and unfortunately I didn't have this gunmetal and a 1x1 and a 1x1 tile. So I could make those black, I guess, but I wanted to keep kind of a contrast, so I might change those later. But so effectively I've got a lower bonnet, and I've just changed these pieces on the side. I'm not 100% happy with it, but it's kind of okay. And because I've done that and lowered it through here, I think I've got a better height line for the vehicle, although it's still too massive through here. Not by too much, but it's still too massive by there. But as you can see, I've increased the ground clearance underneath here, and I've taken out 2 layers of plates underneath here. And on the back window, I haven't really got any other solution that fits. Ideally, I would have had another one of these black 2x4, is it? Or yeah, two studs by 3 studs high, but I don't have that, so I couldn't really find a suitable solution for that. So I've just left it as it is. And then to push the wheels in, I've had to go through and strip out kind of all of the structure. And so underneath here, you can see this previously was like that, and the wheels were sitting out, and I wanted to bring them in. So that's meant that this piece now is 5 instead of 6, and because the whole way of the depth of the tire, I've had to take out all the height there. So all these 3x3 plates that were sitting in there, they're all gone. They're now a 2x3 plate, and I was also compromised on these connections to these plates. So previously these tiles were connected on the dome pieces rather than the kind of in the hollow there, which meant that the tile was sitting further out and on a different angle, and I can't get the right fit for that anymore. So I've tried lots of different things, but it just hasn't worked for me yet. So there's a much bigger gap here, which I'm not 100% happy with, and you can see all the way through the vehicle because I can't put anything in between really. And because I've had to strip out all this weight, it's a little bit weak, and I didn't want to overburden this whole area with a lot of pieces. So I've just left it like that because I wanted to keep it as open underneath as possible to create that the ground clearance there. So the other thing that caused me some problems was when I was taking all this detail out to put the wheels in, I also had to change this whole structure. So now it's just connected, no pin, but just one of these 1x1s with a tube in it down here. So you can see it's, there's no room there anymore to do anything. So I've just got that one thing, and that's the 2 tubes are effectively holding the whole front together. So the bottom of those 1x1s with a tube holding them all together. But anyway, that's the changes I've made, and let me know what you think. Did I do a good job? I'm not 100% happy with these gaps here, and I'll probably work on that again later. So that's the Mercedes G-Wagon. What do you think? Did I do a good job with the alterations? I particularly like having the tyres set in, but man, that caused a lot of problems. But let me know. I'll look forward to reading your comments. And until next time, bye. Please click to subscribe for more videos and watch my build and review videos by clicking here. Thank you.